Hi howdy, my name is John, and this video is the Booktubers I Love Tag. I could not find the original creator of this tag, so if someone can let me know, I'll update the description. This tag is all about kind of my favorite booktubers and those that have been the most supportive of my channel, and those whose channel I also enjoy watching the most. As I go through each one, I'm going to try to tell how I met each one of them and give a bit of a reason why I enjoy their channel so much. I was tagged for this by Katja, and to be perfectly honest, I don't remember what her channel name is right now. She changes it so frequently that I just don't remember, so sorry Katja. Anyway, I met Katja when I was trying to grow my channel by watching BookTube newbie tags, and hers was one that I watched fairly early on. She is roughly the same age as I am and reads much of the same material, so it's good to have someone that similar to me in reading taste. I've read a couple of books based off of reviews that she has done, The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter and Minimum Wage Magic by Rachel Erion, both of which I gave 4 stars to. She's been a huge supporter of my channel, pretty much the same as everybody else that I'm going to mention. Prompt 1. Who was the first booktuber you subscribed to? This for me is a fairly easy question to answer because it's Merphy Napier. Merphy was really the first booktuber that I discovered and started to watch regularly. I did watch some other videos about books prior to Merphy. By the time I discovered her channel, she had had enough experience. I think she'd been on BookTube like 5 years at that point. She already had enough experience that, she had her delivery down. She has a very professional looking setup, and it's just a joy to watch her videos. The irony, of course, is that after I started my channel, it's very rare that I actually get to watch one of hers anymore. Question 2. Who was the most recent booktuber you subscribed to? As far as I can remember, this is Brandon's Bookshelf. He's a new booktuber who covers mostly nonfiction. I've really enjoyed the 2 or 3 videos of his that I've watched thus far. Question 3. Name 3 booktubers you love, want to give a shout out to. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here, and I'm actually going to name 3 male booktubers and 3 female booktubers. The first booktuber I want to mention is Bethanne Bruninga-Socolar. Bethanne is another channel that I met when she did her BookTube newbie tag. She and I very quickly bonded over our mutual love of Dragonlance. The next one I want to mention is Very Literary Kari. Again, I met Kari when she did her BookTube newbie video. Kari enjoys reading history, and that's one of the biggest appeals for me to her channel. Of course, Kari is the one who made me start turning on my lava lamp, because when I did my BookTube newbie, I made sure to turn my lava lamp on, and I did it for a couple of videos after that. And then one time I forgot to do it, and nobody missed it. And so I just was like, well, it's a hassle to do, so I'm going to stop turning it on before I film videos. And Kari very immediately forced me to turn my lava lamp back on. My lava lamp is in tribute to her. So if you enjoy my lava lamp, make sure you thank Kari. And of course, Kari and I have had a lot of fun with our candy corn conflict. Recently, I went back and looked to see when her first video talking about candy corn was, and it's only like her 5th or 6th video. So that it started very shortly after she started her channel. The next channel I want to mention is Literary Lives of Sarah. Again, I met Sarah when she did her BookTube newbie video. This was a video that YouTube actually recommended it to me, and it's really the reason I started to grow my channel by watching new BookTube newbie videos. Prior to doing her BookTube newbie video, Sarah went on a project to read 100 books in 100 days, and she did a video for every 10 books. She recently started a new 100 books in 100 days video, and as of filming this, she's already posted her first 10 books video. If you're not familiar with Sarah, I highly encourage you to go check her channel out. The next channel I'm going to mention is Jeremy Fee. When I was trying to grow my channel by watching newbie videos, I encountered this one video, and it was some guy who was too scared to show his face on camera. And I watched the newbie video, and like most newbie videos, it's not the best quality. And I was like, this guy's not willing to show his face on camera. I think I'll pass. Well, a few days later, he actually watched one of my videos. I was like, oh well, I guess I have to subscribe and watch his channel now. And the truth is, Jeremy's been one of the biggest supporters of my channel over the past year. I really do enjoy watching his channel, and I enjoy the comments that he leaves on my channel. The next booktuber I want to mention is Pae Veo from the channel Attention. I'm pretty sure I met Pae through Lady Jane Books when she tagged him for one of her tag videos. Pae is putting out some of the most unique content on BookTube. I really enjoy watching his channel. I learn a lot by watching his videos. Last for this question, I want to mention Ian at BNB Books. Ian actually found my channel by watching one of my book haul videos. On a later book haul video, I'd hauled Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, which is the first book in the Wheel of Time series. Ian invited me to join along with his read-along of the series. I quickly agreed because I didn't want to read the book, and I started watching Ian's channel more closely because I wanted to get a good idea of who Ian was before I started to buddy read with him. Unfortunately, the buddy read of Eye of the World didn't work out, but I still enjoy watching Ian's channel, and he's been a huge supporter of my channel as well. Question 4. If you could meet one booktuber right now, who would that be? I don't really have a good answer here. I'll just say one of the 6 that I mentioned in the previous question. Question 5. Who is your favorite YouTuber who is not a booktuber? For this one, I'm going to say Jamel AKA Jamal. He does reaction videos to music videos as well as some other things, mostly comedy. He seems like a really great guy, and I enjoy watching his channel on the rare occasions that I watch a non-booktube video. Bonus prompt. Name 5 booktubers who you used to watch but discontinued their channel and you wish they would come back. The first one I'm going to mention is Rose from Roseaboveit Reads. Rose actually was one of the first people to subscribe to my channel when she watched my BookTube newbie video. Rose was very active in the community, and I enjoyed watching her channel. Her, production wasn't necessarily the best, but she was a unique voice, and I don't really know why she stopped making videos. I do hope at some point she decides to come back. Next, I want to mention Jessica Hambrick, another channel I met from her BookTube newbie video. Jessica had a really great personality and a really natural way of talking about the books she read. Next, I want to mention Eliza Baum. Eliza is another person who's close to my age and with the same reading taste. Again, I met her when she did her BookTube newbie video. Next, I want to mention Dwayne from Flipping Pages. Dwayne is another one I met when he did his BookTube newbie video, and he was someone who has similar rating tastes to me. What made Dwayne unique to me is he's more of a country boy, and I just don't see those types of people here on BookTube that frequently. Last, I want to mention Robin Lloyd. Again, I met Robin from his BookTube newbie video. Robin was someone who wasn't a strong reader. He started his channel in an effort to improve his reading, and it was interesting watching his journey. I did talk to him after he stopped his channel, and he just wasn't enjoying the process of making videos and trying to read. And, I totally understand that. I would at some point like to see him come back. Prompt 6, tag 14 booktubers or just mention some folk you like. So basically everybody that I've mentioned previously to this is tagged, except for Katja, of course, who's already done it. And of course, the 14 that I'm about to mention, I'm also tagging as well. First is Lady Jane Books. I actually met Lady Jane because she tagged Dwayne from Flipping Pages, who then later tagged me in a video. While I was researching doing the video for myself, I decided to watch Lady Jane's video. Lady Jane has a wonderful personality, and it's really a joy to watch her videos. This event actually started me on the path of watching videos from people who had been tagged by people that I already knew and watched, and I found that to be a much more successful way of growing my channel. Next, I want to mention Hugo at Scientist Reading World. Hugo is another engineer like myself, something that I've really had trouble finding in my booktube experience. I don't actually remember how I met Hugo, probably by following. It was probably because he got tagged by someone I was already watching, but I'm not exactly sure. Hugo and I have very similar tastes in books, and he has a great personality, and I really enjoy watching his channel. Next, I'm going to talk about David Wiley. David actually found my channel and watched one of my videos and commented on it, and I subscribed based off of that. And I've watched his channel as it's started. I'm actually in the middle of a buddy read right now with David with the landmark Julius Caesar, and he's got some others planned that I would like to be a part of. I'm not really sure if my schedule is going to work out for that, but we'll see. I have enjoyed my current buddy read with him. David also covers board games on his channel, and I've really enjoyed his board game content as well. Next, I want to mention Tom LA Books. Tom is going through the Divine Comedy one canto at a time, and I've really enjoyed reading along in the Divine Comedy and watching his videos. Tom is another one I met by his BookTube newbie video. He's actually one of the last people that I met that way. I actually kind of struggled to connect with Tom until he announced his Divine Comedy series of videos. The next channel I want to mention is Steve Talks Books and Stuff. Again, I don't really remember how I met Steve. I think he found my channel first. What I really admire about Steve is his ability to build a community. He has a great community of fellow booktubers. He has his own forum, and I do encourage you to check out his forum. He does great buddy reads. I've participated in several with him already. And if you're not familiar with Steve, I do encourage you to go check his channel out. Next, I want to mention Jolene from Bookworm Adventure Girl. I'm pretty sure I met Jolene when Lady Jane tagged her in one of her tag videos. Jolene is Canadian, and she reads a lot of Canadian literature. By watching her channel, I'm exposed to a lot of books that otherwise I probably would have never heard of. She has a great personality, and I really enjoy watching her channel. Next, I want to mention Summer from Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats. I'm pretty sure I met Summer either through Kari or Lady Jane when one of them tagged her in one of their videos. I've done a buddy read along with Kari of Quiet by Susan Cain, and I really enjoyed Summer's contribution to that buddy read. Next, I want to mention BookZealots. I'm pretty sure I met BookZealots through Kari. BookZealots is a mother and son duo. Prometheus, the son, is a college freshman, and looks like he's going to study engineering, so that's near and dear to my heart. Erion, the mother, reads books differently than I read, which again exposes me to books I'm not otherwise familiar with. But I really enjoy the interaction between those two in their videos. Next, I want to mention Johanna. I'm pretty sure I met Johanna when she was tagged by someone else. Johanna is a really great book reviewer. She's able to pick apart the themes of a book and what she likes and dislikes about a book. The next channel I want to mention is Danielle from Dani's Day Off. Dani is able to read a lot of books in a month period, and we do have similar taste in books, and I really enjoy watching her channel. Dani is another person I met when she did her BookTube newbie tag, and again, she's one of the last people that I actually met that way. Next, I want to mention Heidi's Bookish Adventures. I think I met Heidi from a shout out from another booktuber. Heidi is from Estonia. Heidi and I do have similar reading tastes, and she also reads books that are by Estonian authors. The next channel I want to mention is Jess the Book Freak. I met Jess primarily because she kept commenting in other people's videos that I was watching as well. Jess is really creative with her tag videos, and if you've not watched one of her tag videos, I do highly suggest you go and find one of them because they're a real treat. Next, I want to mention Michael K. Vaughan. I'm pretty sure Michael actually found my channel first. Michael has a very great on-screen personality, and his channel is a lot of fun to watch. The last channel I'm going to mention is Sandy from MsReads A. I think Sandy found my channel first. I don't exactly remember. Sandy has a very fun personality, and it's a lot of fun to watch her tag videos and her videos where she reviews books. As I mentioned in my October wrap-up video, this video is going to be the last video that I put out for a while. By the time that you watch this, I will have already started a new job, and I really want to focus on that job. I've been on BookTube for almost 17 months now, and I've really enjoyed this process of learning how to make videos, meeting new people. I've already listed a bunch of great people. There's a lot of great people that I've met that I did not name, and you know that's the danger of doing a video like this is you inevitably leave off a lot of great people. I am still planning on watching videos as I have time, so I'm sure I'm going to show up in your comments from time to time. I really do appreciate those of you who have supported my channel by watching and commenting. I wish you all the very best in your continued BookTube adventure. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.